So I am home from the Pokemon World Championships 2025, and as my first Pokemon Worlds, that was an incredible experience. Like, when I tell you guys that it is quite literally a Pokemon convention, it is literally a Pokemon convention. Because obviously you have worlds on the side where, you know, you have people competing for the World Championship titles of like VGC, TCG, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite, all that good stuff. But then you have everything else on the side, like the Pokemon Center. You have like these game shows, side tournaments and stuff. Vendors from different card shops are bringing their cards and stuff and their merchandise to sell. Like, it's literally a Pokemon convention, and I cannot thank the Pokemon Company enough for inviting me as a creator to go to Pokemon Worlds this year. So I just wanted to like sit down and basically just talk about Pokemon Worlds. I did say that I was going to vlog at Worlds, and I did a little bit of vlogging, but I feel like I didn't do enough vlogging, and I definitely regret that. But at the same time, it didn't feel weird pulling out my camera like a lot, but at the same time, it's like I didn't want to like always have a camera on. I didn't want to always have my microphone on. I didn't want to always like be recording and have a camera in people's faces and stuff. But there was a lot of like events and stuff that I missed out on recording. Like, for example, I did the Legends ZA demo, which I want to talk about with you guys. I got a little bit of footage of the Pokemon Center and all that stuff. I did a side tournament for Pokemon Pocket, which I want to talk about in this video as well. But whenever I talk about something, if I have footage for it, I'll definitely like put that footage in its place. And then like I have just random footage here and there that I'm going to show you guys, because like some of it is really good, some of it is really funny, and you know, I just want to talk about Pokemon Worlds in general. So the first thing I want to talk about is the hotel that we stayed at, because they had these really cool Pokemon World 2025 little key cards for our rooms. And even if they did not let us take these home, I was going to take this home as a souvenir, because at the same time, like, when are they going to ever use this again? This is literally a one-time event, and then it's done. Like, these are going to be like absolutely useless to them. But luckily they let us take them home. You know, Jasmine asked like, hey, can we take the key cards home? The lady said yes. So I was like, cool, because I was going to do that no matter what. But like, it's so cool. It's really cool. It's a really nice souvenir. And I just really like it. Also, just a side note, like the weather in Cali, the weather was phenomenal. Like, there were barely any bugs to deal with. Like, the weather was perfect. It was like a clean like 75, maybe 80 degrees, with a breeze, by the way, with a breeze. And that was just the entire weekend. And the weather was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, because I'm super used to like humidity, like high humidity, rain, all that stuff. So for California, like that weather was absolutely amazing. And then not only that, but we stayed at a hotel that was, of course, like you saw the hotel, the key card, we stayed at a hotel that was directly connected to the convention center. And so like being able to walk from our hotel to Worlds was just super duper convenient. Okay, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't like Airbnbs. I will never stay in an Airbnb ever again, unless like it's on a friend trip where we're not going to a convention, we're just hanging out, like just friends hanging out and stuff. Then sure, you know, I'll do an Airbnb with a bunch of people. But if it's a convention, I'm just gonna stay like near the convention center, so I can just walk there and back if I need to, because like obviously it's going to cost a little bit more, but you're paying for the convenience, and the convenience is super, super nice, especially for Pokemon Worlds, because you have the Pokemon Center and you're going to buy a lot of stuff at the Pokemon Center, and you're not going to want to carry it around with you everywhere. So like being able to just run it up to your room is so convenient. So the first thing we had to do was we had to pick up our badges, and we picked up our badges. I picked up my creator badge. Jasmine picked up her weekend badge and everything, and they gave us free packs for picking up our badge. And I ended up only getting like one pack. Like I got one Journey Together pack, and then Jasmine got 2 Destined Rivals, and then our friend Fro, he got 2 Destined Rival packs, and he even gave me his packs. And I was like, okay, Fro, if I pull heat from these packs, like you're gonna take it back, right? He was like, no, like you keep it. I'm like, no, if I pull heat, you gotta take it back. And he was just not gonna take it back. And I ended up pulling heat.
See, Team Rocket's Arbok. Team Rocket's Porygon 2.
Oh my brother.
Fro. Fro, what are you doing? Fro! Bro, are you joking me? Are you joking me? What is this, bro? There is no way we just got Team Rocket's Moltres EX, the SIR. What are we doing? Brother. Bro, this was yours.
Yeah, it's yours now.
What do you mean this is mine?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, dude, man, bro.
Good thing BSA's here.
Oh my God.
Team Rocket's Moltres EX SIR. That is absolutely insane. That was day 0 of Worlds, by the way. Day 0. Like, Worlds hadn't even started yet, and I pulled absolute heat, okay? And I literally took that and like 3 other cards up to PSA to get them graded, because that was actually my very first PSA submission too. Because if you guys didn't know, like Rhyme Style, he went to Pokemon Worlds, and I showed him what I pulled. And I even brought the cards that we discussed as well, because I was like, you know, yeah, I'm bringing these 3 cards because, you know, hey, I'll submit them to PSA, right? And then I spent a little bit too much money at the Pokemon Center, and I was like, okay, I don't have the money to get all this stuff graded, right? And he was like, well, with the way that it works, you know, like they don't charge until they send it back to you. And I was like, what? So he was like, yeah, let's go get these graded. So like the Moltres that I pulled at World, I literally turned around and submitted it to PSA along with my 2 Shiny Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza EXs from Ancient Origins, and then my Shiny Primal Groudon from Ancient Origins as well. Now those aren't going to come back as 10s because like they were sitting in a binder for years, and so the quality of them definitely like diminished. But just getting them graded and getting them in slabs in general is just cool, because I like the slabs. The slabs are really cool. But that was my very first ever submission to PSA. And after that, I think I'm going to start submitting more cards to PSA. And whenever I get those cards back, I will definitely show you guys what they were graded. So I said at the Pokemon Center, like I spent too much money at the Pokemon Center. And yeah, we went to Pokemon Center. I got a little bit of footage of that as well. It was a lot bigger than I thought. And honestly, getting into the Pokemon Center was absolutely crazy, because you stand in a line outside. So basically the way they did it was you basically applied for a time slot, right? So I think on Friday I had a 1 o'clock time slot. So you get in line outside to get into the convention center, right? To then get into another line, or basically like a queue, and then they let you into the store, right? So they let us in like batches or whatever. But we were standing in line for so long that like the entire Pokemon Center like visit took about 2, maybe 2.5 hours, okay? Because first of all, there's so much product in the Pokemon Center, right? There's so much product, and you're trying to figure out what to buy and what you can afford. And some of the stuff didn't have price tags because things get moved around so often. So like it was crazy. And I'll show you guys my Pokemon Center haul a little bit later. But like I spent a little bit too much money at the Pokemon Center, and a lot of it wasn't even for me, it was for other people. But overall, the Pokemon Center experience was pretty cool. I think the part that really sucks is the fact that there were people there that were only buying things to flip them and like just turn around and resell. And like you could like there's I think a TikTok out there of this girl, and she literally watched someone pull up eBay listings to see if it was even worth buying and reselling. Like that's crazy to me. I mean, obviously like there were scalpers there like in like droves, okay, to the point where hotels literally put up signs that like, hey, buying and selling is not allowed in the hotel. Like if you do it, you're gonna be kicked out. And they kicked out a bunch of people too, because there was a pen rally going on as well, where you collect pens and stuff. And if you're a creator, you get a special Murkrow pin, which I had like a bunch of Murkrow pins, and people were basically reselling the Murkrow pin, and I'm like, it's a pin. It is a pin. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it's like, it's the Pokemon World's FOMO that like is getting to people, and they were buying the pins for like 60, 70, but I'm like, it's a pen. It's a pen, guys. Like, it's a pin. What are we doing? It was so crazy. It was absolutely insane to me that was even happening. All right, so let me show you guys what I got personally from Pokemon Worlds. Okay, so I got a little Sprigatito, little keychain or whatever, because Sprig is one of my favorite starters. But my favorite starter is Litten. So I was actually able to get, so I got Sprig, and then I was like, they have to have a Litten, and I ended up finding Litten. So we got both of these, and it's they're so great, they're so good. So I probably my next Pokemon Worlds, I'll put them on my bag and everything. I had them on my bag at this Worlds, but I mean, I just love them. They're really nice. They're really nice, really small. I think they were like 17 bucks each, which I'm like, shh, Pokemon will never go broke. Okay, Pokemon will absolutely never go broke. Okay, but the next thing is I got this Toadstool pin, which my buddy Fro actually bought this for me, and I am absolutely falling for the Toadstool propaganda. I love this guy, like the roller skates and stuff. I love this guy. This guy is awesome, right? Like, Toadstool is really cool. So then the next thing I got was the Fennekin, the exclusive like Anaheim Fennekin plush, because I actually like Fennekin as a starter. I don't like Delphox, but hey, I like Fennekin. Fennekin's really cool. And so we got Fennekin with the little jacket, whatever. Is really nice, really cool. I would have gotten Varsity Pikachu, but I don't really care. I didn't really care about the Varsity Pikachu. But funny enough, that Pikachu sold out like during our second visit to the Pokemon Center, because we had two visits. I had my visit, and then I had Jasmine's visit. And during my visit, they had a lot of Varsity Pikachu Pikachu plushes, and then the next day, like 24 hours later, they were all gone. And I was like, dude, this is insane. Like, the Pokemon Center experience was so crazy to the point where they had to limit one item per customer, depending on what the item was, because people were just like buying them all up and then just like resell them and everything. But people were like dropping $8 grand at the Pokemon Center, right? Like, I in total spent like maybe 500, and like I said, I wasn't even buying for me. I was buying for other people. And so I spent about $500 to $600 at the Pokemon Center. And like, to me, that's like, I'm broke. I am broke now. That is crazy. But the lady at the register was saying that people were spending like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And I'm like, dude, how? But it was because they were buying like the board, the Gyarados statue, the jukebox, like all the expensive stuff. Like, when you buy everything that's expensive, it adds up. It definitely adds up, especially like the plushies and stuff too. Like, everything definitely adds up. So also, let me show you guys like the best thing that I got from the Pokemon Center. I also got like 3 Elite Trainer boxes, which I guess I can like show you kind of sort of what I pulled. I didn't really pull anything too crazy from those, but I ended up getting a Black Bolt, White Flare ETBs, and I got a Destined Rivals ETB. And I didn't get anything good from them like that, but I mean, just being able to buy Pokemon cards, it was a really nice experience, honestly, because, you know, despite me working at a store that sells Pokemon cards, I have not been able to buy Pokemon cards reliably in like the last few months, and that's just because the card craze has just been crazy. I had to go across the country, across the map, to buy Pokemon cards. Absolutely insane. But let me show you guys the last thing I got from Pokemon Center as an amiibo just hit, right? Look at this presentation, boy. Look at this Gyarados, boy. Look at this. And then it takes 3 AAA batteries. Hello? Is it lighting up? I can't tell if it's lighting up. It lights up. Oh, it is lighting up. It's just like really dim. Oh yeah, you can see it. So you can see it turn off. Yeah, but like, look at that. This is nice. Like this, the presentation. I had to get it. It's Gen 2. It's Gen 2 Lake of Rage Gyarados. I had to get it, man. Like that Gyarados is super duper cool, guys. Like, I was like, when I bought it, I was like, I don't know how we're gonna get this home. Like, we ended up having to buy a second carry-on suitcase in order to bring that home and to bring everything else home. So also, while I was at Pokemon Worlds, I actually got to play the Pokemon Legends ZA demo. And unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of it, mainly because it was a Nintendo event, not necessarily a Pokemon event. And because of that, obviously, they're not going to let you take a camera like straight up to the screen and record. But if you had somebody like on the side with the camera recording the footage, then you can do that. That's how everybody was able to get their footage and stuff. But I wasn't really thinking of that. I was just thinking, you know, I want to play the demo and just, you know, get the experience or whatever. And honestly, from the 20 minutes that I played of the demo, I think this game is going to be great. Okay, I think the game is going to be great, especially on the Switch 2, because it is so buttery smooth on the Switch 2, right? So basically, the demo is split up into two 10-minute segments. So the first 10 minutes was basically just us running around like the back alleys of like Lumio City and stuff, battling trainers and just getting a feel for the battle system. And then the second 10 minutes was us essentially doing like not a raid battle, but it's like a big like mega evolution battle where we're facing against Mega Absol with our Lucario. And the way that mega evolution works in the game is a lot different than like standard games. So first of all, the battle system is also very different because all of your moves are on cooldown, and it's very dynamic, very involved. Like you literally have to lock in when it comes to these battles, okay? Because you're doing a whole lot of moving, a lot of running around, dodging and stuff. It's not turn-based, it's cooldown based. So when you use a move, it's on cooldown. You can't just spam like Razor Leaf, like bam, bam, bam. It's like you use Razor Leaf, then you have to kind of just run around and just like stall and whatever until the cooldown is up, and then you use it again, right? So that's how the battle system works. And then during the mega battles, it's basically the same thing, except the mega Pokemon can attack you as well. And so you're essentially running around the battle, trying to dodge and not get hit by the mega Pokemon and all that good stuff. So it's like you have to protect yourself, but also protect your Pokemon, right? And so in that mega battle, when you're fighting against the mega, and when you damage the mega enough, you start knocking out these mega orbs. And you collect these orbs or shards or whatever, and then you use that to mega evolve. But your mega evolution is not permanent, and it's temporary, because once the gauge goes back down, then your mega evolution time is up. But you can mega evolve again in the same match, as long as you just knock out the mega orbs and just collect the orbs and fill your gauge back up. So mega evolution is not permanent, but you can do it multiple times in a single like mega fight or whatever, right? And like that fight was so intense. Like I enjoyed every second of that demo. Like that demo was absolutely awesome. So I also ended up entering a side tournament for Pokemon TCG Pocket. And funny enough, my very first opponent in the Pocket tournament was a YugiTuber. Okay, if you guys know Simo, I literally fought Simo in the first match of the Pokemon Pocket tournament. Like like when I saw his name on my phone, I was like, there ain't no damn way. And I went to the table, and sure enough, he was sitting at the table. I was like, dude, this is absolutely wild. Okay, like what in the world? Like I wanted to meet him because I knew he was going to Pokemon Worlds, and I wanted to meet him. I just didn't think I was gonna meet him like that. Right? Like, and then he proceeded to beat me up to like, he 2-0'd me as well, because it was a double deck tournament. So you entered with two different decks, and what you have to do is you have to win with both decks. So he beat me with the first deck, and then he beat me with the second deck, which I actually might have to build Sylveon Espeon, because that deck is a threat. That deck is kind of scary, bro. But the Pocket tournament was fun. up until I started getting connection issues because we were in a dead zone in the convention center, which a lot of people were suffering from connection issues. And also I was on a timer as well because we had a 2 o'clock Pokemon Center appointment. So I didn't get to complete the tournament, but I also was getting so frustrated that I didn't want to try to complete the tournament because the data issue and stuff was just pissing me off. Like, it was to the point where I was just like, I'm gonna drop. Like, I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna drop. I'm good. Like, I'm good, right? I'm good. So otherwise, like, it was fun. I think if they do the same thing next year, I think they should pick a better spot to hold a tournament that requires data and or Wi-Fi, or set up a Wi-Fi spot like right there, so in that way people can connect to it, and then games don't have to be I scooped my second game because like connection issues. Like, it was so frustrating. So if they just like set up like a Wi-Fi spot right then and there, then you know, I think the tournament would go pretty well and pretty smooth. But overall, like, it was a pretty good experience, pretty fun. I just hate the fact that I was just having connection issues. And then honestly, the overall vibe of Pokemon Worlds was so good, man, because I got to see people that I haven't seen in like 10 years, in 8 years and stuff. I got to see Nexus again. That entire like me being reunited with Nexus was just absolute cinema. I got to see Glitch and V again. I got to meet Super Duper Danny because I don't think I've met Danny in person up until now. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not necessarily sure, but I don't think I've met Danny up until now in person. And like, I did a lot of content with Danny because we did the Bean Boozled pack battles and stuff, and so like we made a lot of videos together. But I think that was like our very first meeting, and we actually ended up doing a Bean Boozled pack battle in person as well, because my girlfriend, she was like, yo, you should do one in person. I was like, yo, you're so right. And then she ended up buying like some Bean Boozled jelly beans. And so when I saw Danny, I was like, yo, I got some Bean Boozled jelly beans. You trying to do a quick pack battle? And we did. Now, I unfortunately, because I am a novice and I did not record everything that I should have recorded, I did not record it. But luckily, Danny absolutely did. So they have the footage. So they'll probably upload that footage in their vlog or something whenever they do that on their channel. If you guys need to know what their channel is, Super Duper Danny with 2 N's, I think, or I think that might be their Twitter. I'm not sure, but it's Super Duper Danny. It's Super Duper Danny though. But yeah, like I said, I got to meet Danny. I got to see Glitch again after like 10 years. I got to meet you know, her wife V. I got to just meet a whole bunch of people and stuff, you know, Cam Steady, all that stuff, man. Like, there are so many people that I got to meet. And then the fans, man, the people that used to watch my content. I cannot tell you guys how many times people came up to me over the weekend and was like, dude, I used to watch you when I was growing up. I used to watch you when you were JYT Gamer. I used to watch you when I was 15. Like, I watched all your old Pokemon videos and stuff. Like it was so heartwarming, right? Because I go through like this imposter syndrome like thing every now and again, where it's like I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be, as far as like, just, I don't know, just in general, right? It's just like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here, right? Especially like, because I upload a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh videos, right? I upload a lot of Master Duel. I don't really do a whole lot of Pokemon content anymore, which that's gonna be changing, but I don't really do a whole lot of Pokemon content anymore, right? So it was like, but I'm being invited as a creator to a Pokemon event. Like, you see what I'm getting at? It feels weird. It feels really weird. But at the same time, there are also a lot of other people there that were in like my shoes, but I don't know, I just get this really weird like imposter syndrome feeling. But it was very like validating and reassuring when people came up to me asking for pictures and stuff, autographs, whatever. And it was awesome, dude. Like it was awesome. Like I said, it was an experience. Okay, like Pokemon Worlds was an absolute experience. Like I definitely want to go to the next one that is in San Francisco next year. Like I said, just meeting a bunch of people, meeting a bunch of creators, a bunch of fans. It was awesome, dude. It was really awesome. Like there's one meeting that like I had with KingCorphish that honestly I got stronger, man. I got stronger. I got physically stronger because of my day job, because like I did not think that, like, just watch how this went down.
Hey, YT Gamer! Yo! Oh no, the fuck! He makes Pokemon blocking content! No! Pokemon World, we're here!
That was beautiful.
We're here!
Like, dude, this trip was so good. Okay, this trip was so good. I didn't even like name off everything that I did, or everybody that I saw. But like, if you're watching this video, like, thank you so much for like taking the time out of your day to talk to me, to be my friend, all that stuff. And then if you're a fan, if you're someone that like came up to me at Pokemon Worlds and stuff, thank you for stopping me. Okay, like I know like sometimes like people don't want to stop, like they don't want to stop you because like, oh, it's like they're busy or whatever, all this stuff. Like I promise you, like when it comes to me, at least, like even if I look busy, like stop me, say hi to me, like get a picture, whatever, ask for a picture, do whatever, like please. Okay, because like it's nice, it's validating, and like it really puts things into perspective. Like it's like when you're at home just uploading videos and people commenting on the videos, it's like, yeah, you know there's a person behind the screen, you know there's a person behind the account. It's just it hits different when it's in person, because it's like you could put a face to a name. It's like you're a real person, you know what I'm saying? It's so the Pokemon Worlds 2025 absolute experience. It's such a good experience, man. Like I absolutely enjoyed my time there. Like I said, just being around a bunch of Pokemon fans, it felt like home. You know, it felt like home. It felt right, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's how I also felt with like DreamCon. Like DreamCon, the vibes were there because it's like a very like black nerd convention type thing, right? So like I felt very like the vibes were really good at DreamCon. It felt like home over there too. But like, you know, coming from a Pokemon background, like just being at Pokemon Worlds was an absolute experience. And then not only that, right? Not only that, but the Worlds Arena, bro, I honestly did not care about VGC whatsoever, but that was hype. The arena was amazing. Okay, like holy moly, I don't know how they're gonna beat that when it comes to next year in San Fran. I don't know how they're gonna beat that. Like, dude, the experience was absolutely amazing. The only thing though is, how in the world did the Pokemon Company sit there and say, yep, we're gonna announce free-for-alls in Pokemon Legends ZA, and then not give us a new Mega? Like, what are we doing? During the closing ceremony, bro, I was like, there ain't no way they just sat there and just did not give us a new Mega during the closing ceremony. Like, what? Like, that was so crazy, dude. But like basically me and Jasmine spent our Sunday in the arena. Like we got to the arena at like 1 o'clock and we did not leave until like 8, because we were watching I was watching the TCG stuff, and then we watched the VGC matches. And dude, like VGC is so hype. Like, it is so hype, man. Oh my gosh. Like, even if I don't compete in VGC, just watching it on in that arena, on the stage and stuff, absolutely peak. Absolute peak, man. But overall, like I said, Pokemon Worlds was absolutely awesome. I have rambled on for too long. My voice is shot. I'm not gonna be social for the next couple of days. But yeah, man, I just had to let you guys know Pokemon Worlds is where it's at. Okay, it's where it's at, and it's literally gonna be in the States next year too, in California and San Francisco. So like, definitely pull up, man. If you're able to, definitely pull up. Like, I'm gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way to get back there, because like, man, it was such a good experience, dude. It was such a good experience. Like, I highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Will definitely go again.
I want you to know, Jay, was so bad, dude. The people in the hotel lobby, they were scalping.
Oh yeah, no, I heard they were scalping.
They were like, bro, stop selling.
Damn, I'm looking kind of crispy. I'm looking kind of crispy today, boy. Crispy. Yeah, I'm looking kind of crispy today, boy. Yeah.